today. It's a big one. I'm excited to do this one. I asked Arian specifically to commentate on this game. It is Zero versus Chefs. Places at stake in this game. If Chefs were to win today, Chefs will go, I believe, into second, is it? I think. Which would mean that if Phoenix were to beat Sub-Zero later on, they would go into third place and Zero would drop into fourth. Of course, if Zero win, that solidifies that second place for them, and it makes it impossible for Phoenix to finish third place. Then Phoenix would just have to win to make sure they solidify that fourth spot. There's so many different outcomes that could happen as a result of this game. Looking at the lineups, they're very nearly full. Zero are full, so I'll go through their lineup first. We have NKZ in goal, which is interesting. Right back, Aga. Centre back, MTZ. Left back, Leno. Centre mid, Draghi. Right wing, Nori. Centre forward, Rhino. And left wing, Mike. Chef's lineup not full yet, but we might as well go through what we can do so far. Kime in goal for Chefs. Flaz at right back. Centre back is Sir God Rock. Left back is empty as of right now. Centre mid, Markskin. Right wing, Scum. Centre forward, Colon. And left wing, 7-Up. So, a couple of maybe little surprises. Of course, Jay, we know he's been having connection issues. He would normally be in goal for Zero in big games like this. So the fact that NKZ is in goal is interesting because Chefs must be thinking we can definitely beat NKZ. For Chefs, no Loire, which is always a big loss for Chefs. They, of course, is a good provider of goals and a scorer of goals as well. Very much likes to control games. That's going to obviously affect Chefs. Of course, no Hiei, which is due to what I believe is he's moving house or to somewhere else in Spain. So he's been offline. So they do have MTZ back today, who they did not have in the Phoenix game. So that's got to strengthen them in the back. Both teams are almost ready. Zero have said they're ready. Chefs, I've got 2 players on the bench. Destran benched, which is interesting. I would have expected him to maybe start over Sir God Rock at the back. NNB did go in that empty spot at the back, and we are now live. Zero to kick off. Rhino back to Draghi. MTZ. MTZ to Aga. Aga goes back to NKZ. NKZ to Mike. Mike goes back to Leno. MTZ. I would be interested to see your score predictions for sure in this game. I will open my chat so I can see that. MTZ has it at the back. Draghi in the middle. Goes on the left-hand side. He's only got Markskin to beat. We've got one score prediction in from Jania, 5-4-0. Oh, it's an early goal already from Zero. And you've got to say, that is not the greatest goal you will see. Kime, normally a really good goalkeeper, has just been completely caught off by his positioning here. Has he dived too early? I think he has. That is definitely looks like he's dived far too early there. Maybe he should have run a little bit further across his goal, and he might have reached that. That's a bit of a disaster to concede this early for Chefs. Zero will be delighted with that early start. because they'd have been fearing this game and what could potentially happen as an outcome of it. There has been a timeout took. I believe Lewis had to RR by the looks of it. MTZ RR'd actually, by the looks of it. It's very tactical. You've got to say, Zero taking the lead, take the timeout straight away, frustrate Chefs. But what a start for Zero. If you score early like that in games, it completely throws the game plan off for your opposition that you're playing. That is interesting, yeah. Jania's pointed out that Chefs hadn't even touched the ball before the Zero goal. So that is quite... I don't think I've ever seen that before. What will Chefs do? That's a smart move there from the kickoff. 7-up now, puts the ball in. Cologne's there, and NKZ has been forced into save. That was an excellent restart from Chefs. That would have been so interesting if Chefs had scored immediately then. Draghi to Rhino. Sir Godrock tackles Rhino and puts it to Scum. Scum almost got it through to Cologne. Cologne does still have it. He's had to go on the outside. He's tried to push past MTZ, but that is never usually a good idea. Not when MTZ's fiber is involved. NKZ goes to Aga. Aga to Rhino. Rhino has passed it to Nori. Nori goes all the way across. NMB just gets it clear through the middle to Cologne. Now 7-up. 7-up has got the right-hand side of Aga. Or Aga's left. Plays it out to Scum. Scum has a chance for a cross here. He always missed his touch back. He tried to touch it back. Leno's won it straight back off him. Passes it to Rhino on the left. Rhino inside to Draghi. Draghi's got loads of time. Passes it out to Nori. Nori is trying to dribble past Flaz. He's gone on the outside of Flaz. Flaz makes the block. And Zero will take the corner with Nori. Nori puts it in. Rhino with the header. It's blocked on the line. And Mike taps in the rebound. 0-2-0 up. It's unfortunate for Chefs because they did make the goal line clearance, but they've just hit it straight to Mike, and Mike could not miss from there. Zero already 2-0 up in this game, and a game which we thought would be closely contested as starting to turn into a bit of a disaster for Chefs. It's still early, though. We're not even at the 10-minute mark. Past 10 minutes. But you've got to say Chefs need to get one back as soon as possible if they want to get any confidence in this game. Markskin has the ball, tries to thread 7-up through. You do feel like they need to get 7-up on the ball. He's not had a lot of it. Flaz picks up the loose ball to 7-up. He tried an early ball. He still got it. But there's nowhere to go. He somehow managed to go on the outside of all the players. That's a great ball through. Scum will pick it up. Scum goes for the near post shot, but that is too close to the goalkeeper. And now Flaz has rushed and he's give Zero an opportunity for the 3-on-2. Nori has come forward. He slowed it down, plays it to Rhino, but that was probably the wrong idea because Chefs were able to win it back. 7-up. He's running at MTZ. MTZ just mouse ones it off him. NMB's picked it back up for Chefs. Plays a ball across. Cologne will get there. Turns inside. Turns back outside. Back inside. Outside. And he's won the corner off Aga. Cologne to take. Puts the ball in. It's a good corner. And it's blocked by the goalkeeper. It was a good save by NKZ. Markson slides it out for the Zero throw-in. Leno goes back to NKZ, goes long. Mike heads it up. That's a good headed on by to Rhino, and he's found Nori. Nori goes for the near post shot, and it's pushed onto the post, I think, by Kime there. Nori to take the corner. It comes in. Mike was unmarked at the back post, but it's gone past him. And it is a throw in to Chefs with NMB. Sir Godrock, no nonsense, gets it clear. But Nori has managed to pick that up off MTZ's ball up the field. Flaz gets in, though, and makes the tackle. Flaz out to 7-Up. 7-Up goes all the way across field to NMB, who has got it. Chance for a counter here from Chefs. NMB has time for the cross, puts it in, but it's headed out by Zero. Rhino now brings it forward 4-0. Tried to thread Mike through, but they've got mixed up. And in the end, Chefs will have the chance to bring it forward, but not like that. Game has sort of settled down into a rhythm now. Chefs maybe have decided to try and control this. They don't need to rush. It's still early, but they would like a goal as soon as possible to give them that confidence that they're still in this game. You're looking at the lineup for Chefs, you'd still say that it's a strong lineup. They are capable of coming back into this game. Flaz to 7-Up, Markskin. Markskin with a good ball to Scum, but Scum is in an offside position. Don't forget, if you've got any questions or anything you want to bring up, put that in Twitch chat. We can discuss that. Draghi goes out to Nori. Nori has time. He's only got Flaz to beat. Turns inside. He's beaten Flaz. Puts the ball in. Rhino was there for the header. Rhino scores the rebound off the goalkeeper. It's two unfortunate goals to concede, really, for Chefs, but they're not dealing with the crosses. That is Rhino's bread and butter right there. Balls into the box. He won the initial header. It was blocked. But then the rebound just fell very kindly for him, and he's just put that in. It's all falling apart for Chefs. Fallen says Rhino has the best header in the game. That is very universally shared, that view. He's been one of the best headers in the game for a very, very long time. It's why he always finishes so high in the scoring tables. Did I actually say that? I didn't even realize. Rhino comes up the left-hand side, puts a ball across, but that's over Nori. Chefs have a throw in. Flaz to take 7-Up. 7-Up. Tries to push through the middle of Aga and Draghi. He's looking all around for a pass on, and in the end, Chefs have given it straight back to Zero. They did well there to win it off Rhino. Kime with the goal kick, 7-Up. He tried to push through the middle again, but Aga's won it off him, and Aga will come forward. It's a good ball to Nori. Nori goes for the early cross. It's headed away. Mike's there. NMB done well to win it off him. Question from Void. If Loire played, would this have been a lot different? I think Chefs would have been able to hold on to the ball much better with Loire. I think some people don't agree with this view, but I genuinely do think Loire, if he's bothered, is a chance for Zero. As I say that, I'll come back to that question. Nori goes on the outside, puts the ball in, but it's straight at Kime. I genuinely do think if Loire is bothered and he's motivated, Loire is one of the best players in iOS. He's so effective at what he does. If you're winning a game, he's one of the best people to hold onto the ball. He doesn't give it away very often. His passing is so good. Like, his crossing and his like crossfield balls are just so good. I think the only thing that Loire isn't as good at is, oh, there's a chance for Chefs, as I say, that scum with a chance at the near post, but it's easy for NKZ. Chefs just don't have the same people who finish. That is 7-up. Yeah. Mike with a ball across. It was almost found Nori. But yeah, Loire's only weakness really is probably is oh, hang on, there's a chance for Nori, but he's touched it too close to Kime. Um I think he doesn't get enough goals, if I'm honest, but that's usually because he doesn't really play. He plays as a winger or centre mid normally. 7-up now, just gets it woofed away from him by Rhino. 7-up to Scum. Scum tried to tap it back to 7-up. Nori, all the zero attackers track him back, working so hard to win the ball back. Long throw down the line to Mike. Mike's put it in early. That was almost a great ball to Draghi. Kime goes long. Oh, that was such a good ball. And Cologne was like a whisker away from that. Kime genuinely at one point was probably one of the best keepers in the game when he was goalkeeping, but he just doesn't play there enough. From what I've seen anyway. And I think that's why he slipped down the pecking order, really. Leno to Draghi, MTZ. It's confident centre back work by MTZ there, bringing his team up the field all by himself. Draghi is through now. Draghi goes for the shot right in the top right-hand corner. And that is 4-0 to 0. MTZ getting himself on the assist. Very Hiei-like. Brought his team up the field. If you've got a centre-back who can do that, it's such an effective way of attacking, because players don't know whether to go, put them under pressure, let them run. Meanwhile, it opens up gaps at the back. It is a very surprise to see MTZ passing. But, this is supposed to be his redemption arc. I don't think MTZ is capable of redeeming himself, though. Let's be honest. Flaz. Godrock hits it down the field. Aga cuts it out. Mike is there. Mike just trying to push his way through. We're closing into halftime, and Chefs will be more than happy to take that halftime because they're just nothing's working for them. Flaz puts the ball across, but nobody's going to get on the end of that. They haven't really. They've had a few shots on NKZ, and he's made a few saves, but they needed to make more chances, really. NKZ is not a main keeper. Kime is able to take it back towards goal. Who's dead weight? That is Latos. Latos has joined the bench for Chefs. Davic, I never saw that transfer, but Davic is apparently in Chefs now because he's on Chefs bench with a tag. So yeah, I must have missed that one. I mean, they did get a few chances, Chefs, just looking at the replays, and you could argue 2 of the 0 goals of unfortunate, very unfortunate for Chefs. Rebound goals, really. But Mike and Rhino are really good finishers in the box like that, and they're not going to miss when them chances drop to them. 0. I've only really got Robbie on the bench. Chefs have got 4 people on the bench, though. They could make changes, but it's whether they think this game is salvageable. Sorry, that shouldn't have been a problem to say, but it was. Second half to kick off. Chefs will take with Cologne. Or Cologne. I know I keep saying his name like 2 different ways all the time. I can't help it. It just seems to happen. 7-up. I should just stick to one. 7-Up has it now. He's trying to do it all himself. Markskin went for the surprise shot. It's just wide. The keeper's left-hand post. Colon back to NMB. NMB. Oh, it was almost a whisker. Again, it was a whisker away from Cologne. That's good from Markskin go. 7-Up, though. They just don't. They can't finish these chances, chefs. They don't have anyone who's capable of finishing them big chances. Markskin takes the yellow card for his team to stop Zero's attack. Zero don't need to rush, though. As you've just seen then, Aga was more than happy to go back to his goalkeeper. NKZ. The ball was cut up by Markskin. Colon is there. Colon, 7-Up. 7-Up puts the ball in. Oh, again! These chances, these passes, they're so close to being pin perfect. Kime to NMB. NMB goes down the line. He's gone past two men, NMB. He has a chance for the cross. NMB still on the ball. NMB puts it back and it's cut out. That was good play by NMB. 7-Up just gets it woofed away from him by Nori. See the Zero attack, not afraid to get back there and do the defensive work. Markskin has it now. He's played it through, but that is probably too close to MKZ. Mike, good wing work there, has got round NMB. He's got all the way past him. Ball all the way across. Flaz heads it out, though. 7-Up to Scum. Scum. Back to Markskin. Markskin still has it. Oh, he's gone through the middle, Markskin. He's gone across. Cologne will get there. He's onside. Is this the moment? And it is. It's a great finish by Cologne. Chefs get one back. They really needed to score when they could. But that was a great finish off the crossbar. Let's have a look at that again. That's a great finish off the crossbar. The keepers hate them because they can't get anywhere near them if you play it right onto the crossbar like that. Chefs pull one back. And you've got to say, all of a sudden, like, this game is still open for Chefs. There's still plenty of time left. They just need to stop Zero getting that gap back on them again. Godrock through the middle to Cologne. Cologne is on the right-hand side of MTZ. Now he's turning every way now. Cologne is getting motivated in this game. 7-Up. Holds it in the middle. That's a good ball to Cologne. Cologne puts it in straight away. Oh, Markskin at the near post. But it was probably too close to the goal there. It's really difficult to score headers that close. Nori has it now. Nori still has it. This is the danger for Chefs. Zero will start just slowing this game down. They've got the luxury to do it. They're ahead by 3 goals. Chefs will start getting desperate to win the ball, and that's going to open up gaps for Zero to exploit. Oh, that's loose by Aga. Oh, he's got lucky there, Aga. He's got really lucky. The ball through the middle is offside to Mike. NMB through the middle. 7-Up is there. It's a good turn by... Oh, Aga takes the yellow card. It's a crucial yellow because 7-Up was through on goal. Flaz puts the ball in, headed out by MTZ. Rhino down the field to Mike. I think Mike might just be onside. And if he does put it across to Nori, Nori is free. But Nori just slows it down. Nori continues to slow it down. This has got to be frustrating for Chefs. They want the ball back as soon as possible. 7-Up has won it, but he ran out of stamina and has had to just play it off for the throw into Chefs. So Godrock goes down the field to Scum, and that is offside. Aga back to NKZ. NKZ to Aga. Aga to Godrock, cut it out. Scum has it now. Back to NMB. NMB inside, but Draghi was there to cut it out. And now Mike has it for 0 inside to Rhino. Rhino all the way across to Nori, who will get there. Yeah. Nori puts it back in straight away. Marksman heads it out. Draghi picked it up. Mike with the ball back in again. Rhino. Oh! And that's uncharacteristic from Rhino. He did win the header, but he's put it past the post. 0 starting to get a control of this game again. Chefs will not want to see that. 0 picked that loose ball up with Draghi. Draghi back to NKZ. NKZ to Leno. Rhino to Nori. Nori, he's gone in circles. Tried to play ball through to Rhino, but that's too far. Keim will just take that back and pick it up. Keim goes long. That is the stereotypical ball to 7-Up. This is a chance for Chefs. Oh, and MTZ's took the red card. This could change the game. Oh, but that's a poor free kick from 7-Up. They needed to try and score on that opportunity because now 0. I've got to go the rest of this game with one less man. Scum on the right-hand side. The ball into the box. Cologne is there, and he's just put it past the post. Is it too late for Chefs? They've got the chance now to play against 0 with one less man. 7-Up. Ball goes in. Headed away. Flaz is there. Flaz has gone on the inside. Flaz turns inside, back outside. 7-Up picks it up. 7-Up still has it. 7-Up goes across, and Moxon puts the tap in. The keeper has tapped it straight back out to Markskin, and it was easy for him to tap it in. There's still plenty of time for Chefs. 7-Up did exactly the right thing there. He had time to just walk it as far into the box as he could. He's just hit it straight at NKZ, and NKZ can't pick that up. And Markskin was just there for the easiest goal he will score in his iOS career. Aga to Leno. Aga goes downfield. That's perfect for 0, though. That wastes a bit of time for them. Flaz is there. Throws it all the way across to NMB, who's got so much space. Scum back to NMB. NMB now. He's running up. He's got lots of time. Oh, he tried to just thread it through. Leno now panicking. And Chefs, oh no, Rhino saved the throw in there. That's good work from Rhino. He saved the throw in for his team. But he's ended up playing it to Markskin. Cologne's there. Cologne, oh, he should have shot earlier. He didn't have to turn inside there. 0 have managed to go another 5 minutes there. Stopping the concede. Oh, just ahead of 7-Up. Draghi to take the throw in. Wouldn't it have been great now if they could have brought Loire off the bench or something like that? That could have been so important for them. NMB has had it took off him by Leno. NKZ takes a touch. Goes long. NMB's picked it up, though. Off the goal kick. Swings it all the way across. It's a great ball. 7-Up scores. What a ball by NMB. That's a fantastic ball. What a fantastic ball. Such a good ball. I cannot praise that ball enough. And 7-Up. He's had to come alive in this game, and he's done it so well there. Like, that finish. Chefs, they've got 10 iOS minutes, just over, to get themselves 4-all in this game. And it's coos to say that can't happen now. Oh, but that's not what you want to see for Chefs. Nori's won the ball off Flaz. Nori now tried to go through the middle, and 7-Up takes the yellow card for his team. Nori tries to thread it through. He's took it too quickly, though. Keim goes long. Oh, that's way over Cologne. NKZ with the smart decision there. Wastes a bit of time by letting that run out of play. Can Chefs complete this comeback? Cologne is through the middle. Cologne has got time to take the shot, but the slides come in. But it will. Oh, what a save by NKZ. It was going to be a tap in for 7-Up. NKZ makes the save. What a save. The slide was almost disastrous for 0. Now Nori has a chance to waste some time, but it's woofed away from him. Marks can turn Zaga. He's trying to play a ball across to Scum or Cologne, but he hasn't found it. Time ticking away for Chefs. Can they complete this comeback? Keim, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's taking a few touches, goes long trying to find NMB. And that's a good header from Leno. And now Rhino is there. Flaz, very risky from Flaz, but he's managed to find 7-Up, who's all the way back. Oh, he's tried to play through to Cologne, and now could 0 kill this game off. Rhino tries to push through, but Flaz wins it off him. NMB has time. Is he looking for one of them crossfield balls? No, he's made the wrong option. Somehow, though, they managed to push it further forward. NKZ goes to Rhino. Rhino to Mike. Godrock, though, he's pushed up and won it. Godrock. He's found Scum. Scum has a chance to shoot, and it's a great save by NKZ. Scum to take the corner. Puts it in. It's headed away. Flaz is there to Scum. Scum puts it in. 7-Up's there. He's put it on the inside. Oh, and he's just put it too far ahead of both Chef's players. So Godrock trying to win it off Nori. Time almost out for Chefs. Nori is just trying to get it anywhere. NMB. Oh, Mike takes the yellow card for his team. NMB. Ball into the box. Oh, that was, again, we've seen so many of them balls for Chefs, just a whisker ahead. Rhino now has a chance to waste some time. He's running straight for that corner flag. He's had it woofed away by Godrock, but it's fell kindly for Draghi. Draghi all the way back to NKZ. That is very smart from 0. NKZ. Oh, he's just put it out of play, though. Will Chefs get that one last chance here? So Godrock has it all the way across to Flaz. Flaz, will he get the cross in? Puts the cross in, but it's headed away by 0. That's such an important header. And I think Keim was pushed up, and that fell lucky for him. It could be a chance for Cologne to kill this off. Mike takes a red card. Mike takes another red card for 0. Keim's taking the free kick. Trying to put it in. What's going on here? They need to just get it in the box. Keim puts it in. The ball goes in. The header drops up. Oh, and NKZ has managed to save it at the last moment. Oh, I need to breathe. I need a moment to breathe because that game has just killed me off. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's reflect on that game. That game has gone from looking like a bit of a disaster for Chefs. Then what happened? I think Chefs realized they just needed to keep creating the chances on NKZ. And they would score. MTZ red card very much changed the game. Like, Chefs were probably the better team in that second half. You've got to say, they were obviously helped with MTZ going off. Mike also getting a red late on there for the 2 yellows. That was the red card there. But I can honestly say that has got to be the best game I've commentated. I can't think of any games that have come close to that one that I've done. So much happened in the game. So much great individual and team play. And the way the game swung from being almost a rout for 0 to the comeback from Chefs. Chefs have got to be disappointed, though. Like, the fact that they were almost there. They almost salvaged the draw out of this game. Wow, what a match. What a match. I guess we might be able to try get some commentators in. Sorry, commentators. Some people in for interviews. Because I'd love to hear what people thought about that game. There's a lot of people now in Chef's voice chat on their channel. They've got to be dissecting that game between themselves. So I've just asked in Chefs to see if anyone will come over. That is almost one of them like games where you'll watch it back. Just you know, normally you'd only watch your own games back, but I'd very happily go back and watch that game on Twitch, because that is what iOS is all about. Moments like that. Chefs have not sent anybody as of yet. I can try get someone in for 0 while we're waiting. Hello. Hi, Cam. Thank you for joining me.
Sorry, I forgot.
And I almost had a heart attack, I think, on commentary.
I almost made it.
Like, wow, such a good game. Like, I honestly did say at the end there, I don't think I've commentated a better game than that. It went from being, you know, looking like it was going to be a walkover to 0 to being, you know, on one of the greatest comebacks possible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what we'll start from the start. Like, did you start thinking? There's got to be a moment in that game where you started thinking, "Oh no, like we've 0, we're getting all the luck." You know, they had 2 deflected, well, not deflected, but
Yeah, I know.
goals that were like dropped to them kindly. You must have thought, "Oh no, you know, it's going to be one of them games, really."
Yeah, we thought that actually, but we were like, well, we know it's not a game to be like losing 0-4, so we tried to come back because we knew that we could make it. They had 2 lucky goals. Well, it's something that happens. We tried to come back and we almost made it. We even forced 2 red cards, I think.
Yeah.
Which is surprising. I never saw that.
No, I've never saw that in an iOS, especially a league game, like a summit game, or I've never seen 2 standing offs in the one game.
Yeah, but well, I'm not going to blame if we were unlucky or not. It's football, so happens. It could be the same for us. So
interesting. Some of the I think today you didn't have Loire to play, which is always a big difference for Chefs. I think if Loire would have been there for that game, I think Chefs could have easily won that. The way that second half went, especially with the red cards as well. But I mean, it's good to see like how Chefs didn't let their heads drop in the second half. Cologne and 7-Up became so much more effective in the second half. Like I think as well was the reason why Destran didn't play today. I think Sir God Rock played, didn't
Yeah,
he?
we had a lot of problems before the game. The sun has high ping
Yeah,
suddenly, so on every server, so we had to find a backup. Josh suddenly couldn't make it as well, so we were spamming
yeah.
everybody. Then an NB show up. We went with this lineup. It wasn't planned to be like it wasn't planned to be like that, but it almost worked.
Speaking of NMB, I've got to say that ball that he played to 7-up was probably one of the best long crossfield balls I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It was
it was a
unreal,
nice
that
pass.
ball. Like, it was almost one of them things where the pass was better than the goal, like for your team, because it just cut out their whole defense. And that was just such an effective. It seemed to work quite a lot today. The crossfield ball like that against Zero, especially when they went down to having one less man. But I mean, it must. I suppose in the grand scheme of things, chefs are still going to finish top four. I think. So although it's obviously disappointing because I think if the game would have gone on another 5 minutes, I think he's have probably scored and
Hmm.
at least got a draw out of it. But I mean, for the summer, would chefs be happy um, to have counted themselves to finish in that top four anyway?
Yeah, of course, it was our aim. We are more solid on this season. We are working on try to keep the top three, but you never know. We will see how we do. And well, I think now we are going most likely to face NG.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works against them.
Well, that's it. I think it, if you were, if you're obviously going to pick one of the three teams to have played, you probably wouldn't have picked next NG, would you?
No,
No.
because NG is like a flip coin. You can play the best players, or you can play some. I don't like to. I don't know to say in English. To undervalue some players, but for example, the lineup they use against us. I mean, I think it was one of the best lineups I ever seen from them on a competitive match. So yeah, it pretty much depends on which lineup they use.
Yeah, no, you're right there. I think, you either get the best of NG or you get like,
Yeah.
sort of like their reserve side, really. But yeah, it's one of them. Like if we Phoenix as well don't really have a great record against NG. Like it's if I was
It's
to
pretty
pick one of the
tough.
sides, they definitely wouldn't be my first choice. But
Yeah, it's
um,
pretty hard, and I prefer. I wanted to. I think this match wasn't really important because it's only the seeding. But I think if we won against Zero, it was most likely to be an NG against Zero, and I think that would be great. As I think Zero has the most chances to win against them than Phoenix or us right now.
so
We will see.
um, go on. Sorry.
No, I mean that we will see how we do against them if we at the end play against them or not.
Yeah, of course. If if chefs can get their best side out, I've always said they're capable of beating anybody with their best side. So that'll be I wouldn't mind commentating that game if chefs have their best side. If it was as good as today's game, wow, like I'd look forward to that.
Man, I
Um,
wish I scored that kickoff that fall.
yeah, I know. It's one of them. You'll have nightmares about that.
Yeah, unlucky.
Okay, so I guess as a last question, because I always ask it, who was your man of the match for chefs today?
Oof, hard question. I don't really know. I think Seven Up did some good moves on that, but I think as well that NMB was very nice.
Yeah,
I mean, even if they score 4 goals, I don't think the goals were that great. I think the defense was solid in
yeah,
general. So I think, yeah, I would give it to NMB actually. I think
yeah. Yeah,
they
that's
did
fair
a nice
enough.
job.
I like giving it to defenders anyway over attackers. So we'll give it to NMB. He's a nice guy. He deserves his man of the match
Yeah.
for chefs anyway. But no, I guess all right then. We'll end it there. Thank you for coming in, and
Thank
obviously
you.
unfortunate with the result, but it was a great game to watch.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
So that was Kime for chefs. Mike was sitting in cooldown 4-0, but I don't know whether maybe he can't do it now. So if he doesn't come back, let me see. There's a very almost racist emoji in general Chaffer Zero. Looks a bit dodgy to me, but I'm seeing it. Oh, I guess Mike couldn't come back. Mike said his internet died, so we'll give him 2 minutes, see if he can make it back, because I'm hungry. And I want to eat. That game has certainly worked my appetite up. Yeah, so with that result, if it's been updated, I don't know. It might. I think Arian might have updated it just then. That result puts Zero top on 30 points, joint 30 points with next gen, but obviously they're ahead because of the head to head. Because Zero did win that game, yeah, 3-2. So that would mean that Zero are going to finish top of the summit. So they will play fourth place. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works. Oh, right, okay. So it looks like Mike is not going to show because his internet's still giving him problems. So, oh, hang on. As I say that, he's just joined cooldown. So we'll bring Mike in for a quick interview. Mike,
Hello.
thank you for joining me. Wow, like I just had Kime in before. Was just saying, such a good game to watch. As just as somebody who enjoys iOS, like that's such a good game to watch. But it must have been horrible to play in.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it was good to watch because playing it for the first half was really good, but then the second half was a bit of a yikes. I don't know. Don't even know what to say. What happened? We were playing so well in the first half, and then just comes falling down in the second. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I think the thing with Chefs is, and like they seem to be one of the best sides that are capable of doing this. They sort of lull you into like a false sense of security, and then all of a sudden they've got people who can just pick up them long balls, or they can push through, and then once they get one goal back in a game, I think they just get like so much confidence, and it gets even worse when they've got Loire in the team as well. You must have been happy that he wasn't in the lineup as well today.
Well, for sure would have made things harder, I guess, but I don't know if it's necessarily to do with chess. It's like we just crumble under nerves when we play. Like, teams are level, even though if you look at the first half, we should have just smashed them by almost double digits if you look at it. But I don't know. I just don't know what happened.
And well, yeah, it seemed to be just like a game that completely turned on its head, because the first half, like 0-4-0 up at one point. And usually in league games, that's such a difficult scoreline to overturn, because sometimes in friendlies, like teams will like fall asleep and they'll let the other team get back in it. But usually in league games, it's so hard to pull back into games like that. But I think once Chefs were able to get that first goal back, I think they just thought, right, we're still in this game. There was still plenty of time left to score. MTZ getting sent off, was he? I'm sure did he deliberately get sent off there, or was that accidental?
I mean, he did mean to make the tackle. He just didn't want to get sent off. It just happened, I guess.
Yeah, so he was just in the wrong position to get the red card. Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
yeah. So because obviously, I think when that happened, like most people in the Twitch chat were like, "The Chefs are coming back into this," and then it was very close to happening. I think the thing that helped Zero out more than anything else was that the game didn't go on another 5 more minutes.
True.
They were saved by the final whistle. But that's fine. You know, when you did manage to get hold of the ball, you've wasted time when you've had it. It's game management, you know, and so you've got to give Zero credit there that they were able to see the game out in the end. And when Kime was like up at the last moment, putting crosses in, you were able to head it out the box, and not even like deflected away either. It was like clear headed out. So Zero did, when it mattered, waste the time that needed to be wasted, and they saw the game out. And that's why Zero are going to finish top, because even if they have bad moments in games or bad halves, they still win. And I suppose that's the difference, really. But
yeah, I mean, I think the thing that's helped us out the most was that NKZ had a really good game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I hadn't mentioned that. Yeah,
I mean, Jay has internet problems. He didn't, or he couldn't play. Milkos is playing with Sub-Zero later, so couldn't use him. So he had asked NKZ if he wanted to, but he didn't want to in the first place because he doesn't. I think he thinks he isn't good enough as a goalkeeper, but I think that this just shows you that he is good enough if we ever need him. I hope we don't, because he's a good fullback as well for us. But yeah, it was a good performance from him. Definitely the MVP this game.
I would probably 100% agree there. Like a couple of the saves he made, like I was certain they were going to be goals. I think the biggest one was when the Markskin, no, one of Zero players slid and it just fell perfect for 7-0. And all he had to do was just tap it in. But NKZ got across to make the save. Like, I couldn't believe he made that save. Like, it was so good. And I think just for that save alone, I think he's got to get MVP for Zero. So we've sort of answered that question already.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I
but-
guess the last game and this one were like a good eye opener for things that are going wrong and that we need to fix if we want to like win the whole tournament thing, even though we're not really playing anything or for anything at the moment. But yeah.
So according to 7up thought he was offside. But you know, yeah, maybe he's thought that the Chef's player passed, but it was actually a Zero player who slid it into his path. So yeah,
Those
These
are
things are-
also confusing.
but trying to think if there's anything else to ask. I think that's about it, really. I mean, obviously, I should say that puts you top of the summit, and that's it. Now you can't be caught. Obviously, the win against Next Gen's helped you out a lot there because they did have a superior goal difference.
Yeah.
But you won in the head-to-head, so that means I think you play 4th place. Is that what the way it works in the next round?
Yeah.
So you will play Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get another bite for revenge against Phoenix in that round. So good luck for that, but not too much good luck. And yeah, I guess I will see you on the pitch for that game.
Maybe, who knows?
So thank you for coming in.
No problem.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye. So that was Mike for Zero. They're obviously very happy to see that game out. And yeah, I guess we will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me for this game. You were rewarded for your loyalty by that great match. And there is another streamed match later, I believe. I have Creds XL as a streamed match. But then I heard a rumor that Phoenix Sub-Zero was going to be streamed as well. I don't know whether that's true, but we'll see. I think NTA Red Sunset is also being streamed in like 2 minutes, so I better get off. So thank you for joining me, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.